Here we have a video: cure type 2 diabetes with sugar and white rice. White sugar, white rice. Listen to Clapper sort of like contradict himself. He says eat moderate fruit, and then he says lots of fruit. This is why there's so much confusion.
Diet, nothing's going to shoot your blood sugar up. It's the refined carbohydrates that get us in trouble. And if you hold your fruit moderate, like Dr. McDougall said, the whole grains have such an easy glycemic curve to them that you're not going to get in trouble. And I never really pay attention to it. And the glycemic index also is for individual foods, and nobody really eats individual foods. You eat a whole meal, and it's a matter of what that whole glycemic load is. So the whole concept is pretty minimal. Eat whole plant-based foods. Enjoy lots of fresh fruits and veggies, and you ought to do fine.
McDougall's got his microphone up. He's just ready to go. Oh, well, actually, Clapper, no, you missed the boat a bit there. So Clapper just said eat moderate fruit, and then he says eats lots of fruit. So people are confused.
I wouldn't worry about it.
Yeah, this is one of the most important thing for the consumer and scientists and medical doctors to get straightened out, and it should have been straightened out in the 1920s when a fellow by the name of Percival Himsworth published his basic research, and it was all published by 1940 in the British Medical Journal. And it's just no question about it. Fat, we're talking about pig fat, cow fat, olive fat, paralyzes insulin, increases insulin needs. Carbohydrate, including pure white sugar, increases the sensitivity to insulin. It was published by Brunzell.
Okay, so that's just to be clear. Fat paralyzes insulin, creates insulin resistance. Refined white sugar, fruit, white rice, brown rice, potatoes, whatever, increase insulin sensitivity. That's from Dr. McDougall. It's a direct fucking quote. This is the end of story. Fat causes insulin resistance. Sugar, white refined sugar, fruit juice increases insulin sensitivity. If you want to cure type 2 diabetes, you got to have insulin sensitivity. You don't want insulin resistance, so we cut the fat out. McDougall just fucking said it again.
About pig fat, cow fat, olive fat, paralyzes insulin, increases insulin needs. Carbohydrate, including pure white sugar, increases the sensitivity to insulin. It was published by Brunzell from University of Washington in the New England Journal of Medicine in, I think, 78. Brunzell's his name. He took type 2 diabetics. He made a synthetic diet, 45% sugar, and then doubled white sugar, maltodextrose, plain table sugar, doubled it to 85% white sugar. Every aspect of the diabetes improved. Walter Kempner, back in the 40s and 50s, published his results on treating type 2 diabetics with rice, table sugar, fruit, and juice. And Kempner knew back in the 50s that sugar makes insulin work better and cures diabetics. But you see, we've got it entirely backwards these days, thinking sugar causes diabetes. You know, it's so backward and bizarre, nobody stands a chance. So we got to get this one simple fact down that has been established. Even in diabetes care 2 years ago, they took type 1 diabetics, they dramatically increased their white sugar intake and decreased the insulin needs of type 1 diabetics. You know, it's always been the same, but everybody knows different. Don't eat potatoes, turns to sugar, makes you fat, gives you diabetes. It's exactly the opposite in terms of ultimate disease outcome.
So there you go. End of fucking story. McDougall fucking pushes you to eat white refined sugar if you have type 2 diabetes. Alright? If you want to cure your type 2 diabetes, it's white rice, it's white sugar, it's fruit juice. As much refined sugar as you can handle, calorie wise. Refined sugar, refined sugar, refined sugar, refined sugar. The rice diet. I'll put a link down below. For all those people who say McDougall doesn't recommend sugar. If McDougall never contradicts himself, then you understand that he just said it there. Sometimes he does contradict himself for sure, but that's on stage, a direct question. The subject is curing type 2 diabetes. If you want to cure type 2 diabetes, that's the doctor's orders. And there's plenty of lying fucks out there on the internet who claim they can't lose weight because they got diabetes, and it's because they're fucking eating so much KFC, so much fat or olive oil or whatever. And I wish I could give myself diabetes to go and cure it, but I'm not willing to eat that much fat. I'm not willing to go to KFC. I'm not willing to fucking put olive oil in my food and fuck up my blood sugar metabolism. But there you go. Just in case there's any doubt, Cure type 2 diabetes with white refined sugar, white rice. Dr. McDougall, his own words. Link down below. End of discussion.